Hey, welcome to the video. It's Tuesday. Now I didn't video yesterday because we were a little bit busy. What we were doing was the other side of this hedge. And what you may have heard is that I said we were doing. So yes, I did find a replacement on Saturday afternoon. And there he is down there, grafting away. So you can see I've cut this hedge from the ground level. So I'm just going to go up the ladder now and take this section off. I've done the top from the other half yesterday, so we're obviously going to do the top and the bit we can't quite get from the other side. So there we are. I'll explain more about how I I got my helper later on, but that's essentially where we are. Okay, so it's been raining all morning and it's really humid, so I decided not to wear waterproofs, and now we've gone past the point of no return where I'm just absolutely drenched. But it is what it is. The hedge is now done, so now I'm just going to work on these bamboo balls, I guess is the phrase. So we'll shape these up and then we'll see where we are with the time. Okay, so we've got this section done. As you can now see, you've got your, my finger's messing it up, but there you go, a little bit more sort of individual now. Now we've got this hedge. This hedge this is a Portuguese laurel, which got absolutely hammered in the drought of 2022. Some of it, and it was, I mean, we thought it was completely dead, but it has come back in patches. This bit here, I mean, for all intents and purposes, is dead. I think. I don't think this is salvageable. That is dead. But I've just trimmed it up for the moment until the client decides what they want to do. So it's a new client to the property, so we've trimmed it up. What I am going to do is just pull out all the nettles and everything that's sort of, not nettles, but brambles and stuff that have grown down the bottom, cut them out, dig them out, whatever, just to sort of smarten it up a little bit, because that can't be helping revitalisation of the hedge. So yeah, morning, it's Thursday, so at my usual Thursday lawn. In the distance you can see the hedge that I cut last week, and yeah, just back here. So just going to cut this sort of, we call it the sunken lawn. So that's all getting striped up, and the lawns which sort of are above it and going around. I'll shut this in case the dogs escape. And yeah, wife's doing drop-offs, then she's off to Boston. I'm doing pickups. So, but I'm here actually. I managed to get here a little bit early, so that's worked out quite well. So it's all quite relaxed for once. I'm on my own, as I usually am on a Thursday. So yeah, I thought I'd just share my experience of trying to find that member of staff. So if you remember last week, Jacob got called on to up to the golf course earlier than expected, which left me pretty short on some really big hedging jobs. So I made a very quick advert for a job. Didn't really spend too much time on it at all, just quickly, these, I need someone with immediate start. However, there is a chance that for the right candidate that might lead to regular part-time work, even a full-time role. Chucked it out on the Lawn Guy Facebook page. I then reshared it on my Facebook page, and then I put it on the local community Facebook page, and then also I ran it as an ad. I got a notification from Facebook or Meta, or I don't really understand it, or whoever, saying that my advert was discriminatory. He was discriminating against something or someone, no idea what. So I basically said, can you look at that again? And essentially they looked at it again and went, no, it's absolutely fine. But by that stage, like almost a week had gone by, so it was now the weekend. In fact, I think it was Sunday. I posted it on Monday or Tuesday, and it wasn't till Sunday that the advert actually went live. So I had 2 people contact me instantly, from the community page ad, and I messaged them back and never heard again. Never heard from one of them. One of the other people was in my road actually, so I actually saw him, and I said, "Did you get my email?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, it was asking. There was a question there, of can you make these particular dates?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I can make them." And I was like, "Well, I did ask you to let me know," so I knew that one was sort of a bit questionable. And his CV started with, "I'm a hard-working and good communicator." So it's like, mate, if you can't even reply to the first email, then you're struggling, aren't you? So anyway, I explained that really, if there was someone who was going to be looking for regular part-time work, I was going to offer it to them over someone who was just looking for a month's part-time work before they went to university or college or whatever. So I was waiting to hear back from everybody, and then I'd let all the candidates know. Um, no one got back to me, so that was that. So I was willing to offer it to the guy in my road. So I texted him on the Thursday saying, you still good for Monday? Hopefully he would say yes. Then I'd say, great, you've got the job, etc., etc. Didn't hear anything. I thought, okay. So I messaged him again on the Friday. Didn't hear anything. Subsequently, I've spoken to him, and he claims he didn't get the messages, but I copied and pasted his number off of his CV. So he's either done it wrong, or he didn't fancy it. I'll never know. I'll never know which one. So that was that. So we came into Saturday. I was working Saturday, as you know, mowing. Finished mowing to find someone had called the office and left a message. So one of the things I did in the in the advert, was ask all candidates or anyone who was interested to email me. And I was hoping that everybody would email me, because that's almost like a little test to see if you can actually follow instructions. So anyway, this guy's rung up, so instantly I'm like, okay, well, that's not quite what I asked you to do, but fair enough. And basically, he's an older guy, 56, and he's got his career, he's does his job and everything else, but he's just a bit quiet at the moment, and he's just in need of a bit of extra money. And what I had done also is, just because I was copy and pasting this advert, and I was chucking it out on Facebook and the community page, and etc., etc. I also, not that I really use LinkedIn, but I do have a LinkedIn account, and I decided also just to chuck it out on that too. And it turns out that he had Googled jobs in Camberley or surrounding areas, and that had took him to my LinkedIn page where the advert was. He'd seen the advert. He was literally only looking for some part-time work to tide him over till his next job comes in. So he didn't want to sort of lead me down the path of thinking he was there for the long term as such. But so in the end, I just rang him back. He said, I can send you a CV. He said, but to be honest with you, it's probably not what you're after. But these days that you want doing, I am available for those and potentially more. But essentially, I can help you out, and I can help him out by, paying him that bit of money that he needs to get by. So yeah, it's probably not a long-term thing, but it's certainly got me out of a hole with immediate effect, which is what I was looking for to begin with. Now, I've kept the advert running because I am looking for sort of someone who's part-time and regular. That might suit someone who's maybe retired and is just looking for a little bit of extra work, or it might suit maybe someone who's starting out as a gardener and just has got a lot of gaps in their diary currently. So there's a few options there as to who that might be attractive to. I don't know, but I'll keep running it because I'm sure the right person is out there. But the relief of knowing that these massive hedge jobs I've got some help on is comforting to know. So yeah, so essentially it was LinkedIn that led me to this hire. And I mean, I could have put it out on Instagram. I could have also put it out on, I've got a Twitter page. Again, I don't really use it, but I guess it's a case of just getting the ad out to make it as visible as possible. I haven't got anything back from the paid ad as far as I'm aware. I did get another inquiry from LinkedIn on Monday evening. However, that was from a 13-year-old who was soon to be 14, and that's too young. I'm not babysitting. It's the story of how I went from a blind panic to actually finding someone. And to be fair to him, he's an artist more than anything, through his trade. But I mean, all he's doing is raking up and clearing up. But I certainly don't have to check his work and go, now you've missed a load of bits over there and stuff like that. I'm just cracking on with the hedge cutting. He's clearing up, and he worked Monday and Tuesday, and yeah, I thought we were quite a good team. So anyways, it's Thursday, 3 weekly cuts, and yeah, right, well, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, so first job down, nothing too remarkable about it, just a little cut. I'm at the second property now, which you've seen many times, and these were the paddocks that the John Deere mower just couldn't keep up with. So we decided to just leave them, and I think they had a rare breed of sheep in, actually, by the previous owners. So there's the pathway which goes up to there, then a pathway over to, you can just about see the bonfire pile, another one which shoots down to the gates down there, and then another one which comes up to here. But essentially they're just the paths there. Now the plan is to cut this all down, maybe next month, I would have thought. Now I'm planning on using one of those sort of ride-on mulch cutters. I think would be the easiest thing. I'll put a photo in now of the model that my local hire shop's got. But really what I want to know, if anyone knows the answer, or if anyone has this machine, how long does a field like this take to cut? So we've obviously got this one, and then we've got the other one over there. The other one is actually sort of rectangle. What I will do is later on is I'll measure them very quickly and add them in to this section here, so you've got a rough idea in square meterage. But if anyone who has that machine or has used that machine before, how long do you think it's actually going to take me? I've got a few that I need to do, so really it's working out whether I need to hire this machine for 1 day or 2 days. At this stage, having not used one, I don't know. So and I, obviously if you do it on a wet day, I'm sure it would leave a much better finish on a dry day, for instance. And do you have to go over it twice? Would you have to go over it once if it was dry, but twice if it was wet? Because obviously, a field like that, to zip over it twice is still going to take quite a bit of time, whether it's been cut or not, because it is literally you've still got to cover the area. So yeah, if you know, I'd really appreciate it if you put it in the comments what you estimated the time for that would be. So this is the Thursday lawn, so this is the one haven't been doing that long, and it's coming together nicely. Actually, it's very dry, it's very compacted. Obviously, it's under this tree here. This is solid. This ground here. You've obviously got the dog burn patches. Not a great deal you can do about that. So, but it's coming together, and as I say, it won't be till after the August bank holiday that we actually look to do anything really about this. There you go. Looks all right, doesn't it? Obviously, those burn patches there, that's where they boiled the kettle and killed the lawn while trying to kill the ants. Never do that. Good morning, it's Friday. I've already done one of my Friday lawns. We're on to the second one. As I was driving there, I noticed that the back tyre was a little bit flat. Now they should be 4.2 bar. This was actually about 1. The other day I bought this, I was in Euro Car Parts and I saw this electric inflator. Yeah, it was pretty cheap, I can't remember how much exactly, but it was just sort of there. I was waiting for them to get the parts, so I thought, you know what, I could do with one of those. I have got a foot pump, but an electric pump saves time, and I thought I'd use it for the first time. I've got to say, it's blipping slow, but it has brought it up to, let's say, 4 bar, but it was at 1, and I was like, that can't be right. So I just checked it on a different tyre, and the tyre was said 4, so it was reading correctly anyway. So I pumped it up. I've basically, the 2 lawns behind me, I've been able to run around with the strimmer and get all the very quick edging done in the time it's blown this tyre up 3 bar. So yeah, it is slow, but it has meant I haven't had to be on the foot pump there. So yeah, it gets you out of a hole, but if you're looking for something quick, then maybe something a little bit more expensive might be the thing. But however, you know, so this is a short wheelbase van, and you can see that's sort of off of the cigarette lighter, if that's such a thing anymore. You could probably get there, but equally I have got one in the back, so I could use that to do here. So plenty of leads, plenty of extension cord, and it all just sort of winds back up and around. So so yeah, it's done a job. In fact, there's the box. There you go. Serves a purpose, doesn't it?